Okay, Powton is way back that way, over a mile. And this is the rail bed up here. And this right here, I'm really surprised. This is the wooden trestle remains of the branch line that came out of Powton, coming right over Skelton Creek right here. This is the same creek. So these are the remains right here. And so this right here was part of the Y, the Praco Y. The rest of the rail bed is up there. I'm not really sure if I can even get to it. I mean, look at this. This is the wintertime. Look at the thick. I mean, it's just incredible. It's a jungle back in here. So, but that, I had no idea it was that high. So it spanned the entire creek and ended up over there. There's the rail bed right there. But this metal right here, they had this on the sides of the wooden trestles for the steam locomotives. If any ember was coming out of the stack, you know, hot embers, and it came on the tracks or it came on the trestle, the metal flange on either side of the trestle, like that up there and this right here, would protect it from catching on fire. You didn't want the trestle to catch on fire. Seems to be a lot of the metal coverings there, but that is absolutely incredible. This is, as far as I know, this may be the last trestle remains, I mean, as far as I know, anywhere on the Cain Creek branch, because most of them were torn down. So you mean, you can see, I'm not sure if this fell in on itself, but they did remove the top portion, and a lot of that was done for liability with the railroads. They didn't need any people on four-wheelers going across the top of the trestle, missing something, and all of a sudden plunging to their death. So they removed the top portion. You can see, probably had this intact, and it just, you know, this probably just fell in over a period of years. So this is pretty interesting. So, all right, I don't know if I can get across on the other side of the creek. I mean, I'll try, get some better pictures, but that is pretty amazing. Okay, so managed to get on the other side of the creek. That's why it always pays to wear boots. So here's some of the metal flanging right here that was on the side of the trestles, the wooden trestles. And you can see the holes right there where they were bolted in. So people far more knowledgeable than me have told me that those were placed there, like I said, because these were steam locomotives, coal-fired steam locomotives. So any hot embers coming out of the stack of the locomotive, you know, one of them could have landed on a trestle without this, and the possibility of it catching fire was enormous. So, but even though that's only one pier left remaining, that's remarkable. Just would never have figured even one of these or remains would even be existing. So anyway, there is Another section of the Y just up here. Just going to check for a few minutes before calling off the little field trip here and wrapping it up, but that's pretty remarkable. So, all right. And, looks like these other piers, they just fell over, but I'm not sure. No, they didn't. Yeah, they fell over after they were cut. Yeah, so looks like engineers came out here and did a full job on it. And those are, put a chainsaw or a serious heavy duty saw to that thing, and they just went over this way. So anyway, there we go. That is one nice piece of railroad history right there for the Birmingham Mineral Railroads, or the Louisville and Nashville Railroads Birmingham Mineral Division Cain Creek branch line right over Skelton Creek. Quite impressive. All right, we'll proceed on, and maybe there might be some more bridge pier remains here. Just don't know. All right. Okay, so this is the northern side of the Y right here, and you can actually see that they did a full job chopping these down like the ones I saw before. Just remembered, could be the reason why that bridge pier was still standing. I'm not sure, but it could be that did connect in with the Birmingham Mineral Railroad's Cain Creek branch that came down, looped out, and it could be they kept that because the Maxine mine is about 4 miles away. And that was a mine that they opened, I think, in 1950, and L&N built a whole new branch line off of this Y. So could be that's why the remains were still standing, because I think the mine stayed in operation even up into the late 70s. But you can kind of see the bridge pier remains, and there's some better ones right up top. I don't know if I'll go up there and check that out, but this is Skelton Creek right here. So, and this would have gone straight into the Praco mines, this trestle right here. So, all right, well, not much at this one except for those up there. And honestly, I don't feel like crossing the creek again, even with boots on. So I'll see if I can just zoom in. You can see part of the trestle remains up there. You see it up there on top through the privet, dead privet. You know, it's T, you know, the pylons. You've got a huge, probably 16 by 16 or 20 by 20 cross tie or wood brace up there. So, all right. Anyway, well, that'll end up doing a little spur of the moment rail line hunting on the old Birmingham Mineral Railroad's Cain Creek branch. So, okay, and now we got to get out of here. So, since being in the general area, part of the Birmingham Mineral Railroad line, this was the Praco branch. Labuco branch was further up this way. It broke off the Cain Creek branch some miles back, went to the Labuco mine. But just thought I'd stop and just video. This is one of the original Skelton Creek coal drift mines right here. So, of course, the sun's got to be right in my face. But, this was a pretty large coal drift mine. And they were flanked on either side of the rail bed that ran all the way up through here and terminated about right back there. But they were on the other side of this ridge and back beyond, and all that decades ago was strip mined. So, but this is one of the original Skelton Creek coal drift mines right here. It goes back to about 1905 maybe. So, anyway, well, we may take it. There's another one I think on the other side. It's closed too, but you know, if I got time, if it's not too difficult, I'll get over there and see it. But if I don't, just wanted to stop and see this to tie in the railroads, the coal mining history. So anyway, so this is just a little bit better shot standing up looking. This would have been the drift mine entry right here, and it's where the tracks would have been. So over here, I assume, was the manway entry into the mine right here. Now this actually could have been an air shaft. Just not sure. I need to look at the maps again. But sure don't slip on the pine straw. But anyway, you know, a lot of these drift mines, they would have the air shaft either further up this way or over this way, just above or parallel to the drift mines. And they had a furnace type configuration where they would have a fire which would draw the bad air out of the coal mine and take it out of the drift. It's simple and effective is what they were doing, but this could have been the manway entrance. But what's interesting is I guess they had that for roof support. That's an old section of tramway rail right there. So I guess that could have been for roof support. So, but this could have been an air shaft, but it could have been a manway entrance. Have to check the maps just to be sure, but these are the last of the Skelton Creek mines. And of course, you know, when they changed the name over to Praco, which stands for Prac Consolidated Coal Company, is who developed all this on the land, and then later in the 20s it was bought out by Alabama Byproducts. So, but this is really probably one of the last drift mines. It could be a slope, I need to check, but drift mine for sure of the Skelton Creek mines, going back to around 1904, 1905. So, okay, well, just thought I'd visit this and just record it. Another little piece of forgotten coal mining history right there. So, all right.